So for the people out there who may be forgetting certain things, and the people out there who, don't necessarily agree with the death penalty, and, to the ones out there who are not wanting Tyler Robinson to get the death penalty, I want to remind you what God's word says, and I also want to remind you of the words of the very infamous Charlie Kirk. This came out of his own mouth, and it actually relates to what we're going through now and what his family's going through and what he went through before he passed away. I want you to take a listen at this. Listen close.
This woman questioned Charlie Kirk about the penalty. His biblical answer shocked the whole crowd.
I have concerns over things like penalty. It's one of the 10 Commandments. You should not. So is it somehow justified because they're such a horrible criminal, or are they eliminating or changing the trajectory of God's plan for what it was supposed to be because they somebody and they didn't go when God was ready for them?
Great question. So I get this question a lot. So it does say does not say do not kill. So those are two different Hebrew words, right? So to is a completely different thing than to kill. For example, you're allowed to kill in self-defense. Somebody comes into your house, you are allowed to take that life if your life is being put into jeopardy. So this idea of taking a life if you take a life, what is it rooted in? Why does it matter? Well, first of all, God is communicating to us the first thing. Taking human life is a major deal. So if you take another image bearer's life, what could possibly be a just punishment for that? Well, according to the economy of God, it's that your life must also be taken. When you take another person's life, you already took your own life. I want you to think about it. If someone were to Alex or me, they already themselves in that action. They already bestowed the punishment upon themselves. We are simply completing the task. And think about it. Some people will say, but Charlie, it's not fair because of whatever sob story liberal reason. But you know who it's not fair to? It's not fair to the victims. You are cheapening the lives of the victim. You are basically saying the victims die and you get to live. So you get to continue to live even though you took the lives of others. The only just thing that we can reason ourselves to is to take that person's life. And that is killing, and it's societal self-defense.